Hello, fellow basement dwellers, and in today's video, I will be trying to guess what is going to happen to Warhammer in the next year. After I suggest what's going to happen to it in the next year, I will also be suggesting what I believe is going to happen in the future. Why am I doing this video? Well, so that way I can come back and laugh at myself on how wrong I was. I am going to start with a relatively safe prediction. I believe, obviously, Guilliman is just spamming. No, this isn't even a prediction. This is what's happening currently. Guilliman is spamming elite Space Marine forces, especially the Ultramarines, at the Tyranid Hive Fleet at the other end of the galaxy. For those of you who don't know, Guilliman is on the exact opposite side of the galaxy, far away from the Tyranids. And, he had all of his armies here pushing back Chaos, and now Tyranids are coming back from behind and just devouring the Imperium. And so he is sending small elite strike forces that he can send, very fast to fight the Tyranids. And despite the fact these are Ultramarine, elite units, they're pretty much being used as beach softeners. I believe Guilliman is obviously going to, direct a massive campaign against the Tyranids, pushing them back. But I believe at some point in time, he's going to get cut off, or he's going to get overpowered, and his forces are pretty much going to be cooked, and he is going to be saved by Lionel Johnson. And this is how the two Primarchs will meet. Now, I know what you're thinking. I do not believe the third Primarch to come back will be introduced at this time. I believe the third Primarch will come back later on, and I don't believe the third Primarch will be coming back in 2025. I believe the third Primarch will come back in 2026. I also predict that towards the middle or towards, somewhat the end of 2025, I believe the Great Scouring will get a massive series. Obviously not nearly as big as the Horus Heresy, but I believe the Great Scouring will get a massive, series, and I really, really am looking forward to it. And especially characters and loose ends. I also predict that Westhammer will be the first 40k channel to hit 1 million subs. I also believe it's quite possible Major Kill also hits 1 million subs because of how supercharged the 40k fandom has been because of Space Marine 2 and other projects. I gotta say, that secret level show, oh my god, that looked so good. Jesus Christ. Anyway, done simping. Okay, I'm not. I'm also predicting that Lisp Hammer will hopefully get at least 1,000 subs. Could you please help me with that? If you sub enough, think about it this way. If you sub enough, you'll prove me wrong. If I have like 2,000. Please prove me wrong. Now, some things that I'm not sure will happen in 2025, but might happen in 2026. Although they might happen late 2025. I believe the Chaos Sisters of Battle will be added. One's for Nurgle, one's for Khorne, one for Tzeentch, and of course, one for Slaanesh. Now, we've actually seen Sisters of Battle be corrupted by both Khorne and Slaanesh. The Nurglite Sisters of Battle are pretty self-explanatory. They just get, a Nurglite demon just Hawk Tuas on them and they get infected and they join him. I'm so sorry. Now, the Tzeentchian ones are a bit hard. Either A, they are just used as, generic Tzeentch cultists, because Tzeentch actually has a lot of non-psychic cultists working for him. And he might, imbue them with psychic power. Or, maybe they become, dark sorcerers. Tzeentch has, a lot of non-psychos. He has a lot of, sorcerers working for him. Or, the theory that the Sisters of Battle, most of the Sisters of Battle, 99% of them are, this is a theory, by the way, a theory I did not come up with. 99% of Sisters of Battle are normal, orphan girls, or, kind of eugenics-esque, super soldier, not super soldiers, but, bred to be, the best soldiers a woman can be. And that 1% is a eugenics program, but a psychic eugenics program. And these women don't know those cycles, but because they have so much faith, they're not going to fall to chaos, and because they never are, trained, almost psychologically, without even knowing it, trained to suppress the psychic powers, but because of all their faith towards the Emperor, a lot of the miracles that happen in the Sisters of Battle are actually just their, psychic powers manifesting without them even knowing. That's a theory, and some of those girls could fall to Tzeentch. But also, again, they could just be normal cultists, because Tzeentch has a lot of non-psychic cultists. You get what I mean. But, although I really wish that the Sisters of Battle don't fall to Tzeentch, simply because I don't want them stealing the limelight from the Tzaangors. We really need more Tzaangor action in the 40k fandom. Now, why do I think the Sisters of Battle are going to come back? I mean, besides the fact that they'll obviously come and given the fact that hints are, you know, literally everywhere. Hints? What the hell am I talking about? We've literally seen them fall. They're building up the fact... The Chaos Sisters of Battle are going to be the best faction simply because of how long we've been waiting and how long the build-up has happened. I can't wait for that to happen. I believe that Logoi will either escape or trap Corvus in a board cage, and that Logoi, Abaddon, and, of course, Potawatomi will lead some sort of massive crusade against the Imperium. Although, to be fair, these three teamed up together, because I genuinely kind of wish that Potawatomi and Logoi would be the, you know, the main, you know, Chaos Force instead of Abaddon. I still want Abaddon to be there, but I definitely want the other two to be there, simply because Logoi is literal, you know, the pure worship Chaos. And with guys like Vashtor around, and, you know, the fact that, you know, faith in your god doesn't restore the ammo in your bolter, that's why Potawatomi's there. Also, I just love Potawatomi. But, also, Chaos has been the main enemy for such a long time, and going white to teal and it's back to Chaos, not to mention, it's entirely possible that... you know, we have to wait longer for Chaos to be the enemy. And to be honest, I would actually be okay with that. I like that Chaos isn't always the enemy. So although I do think that those three guys will be the next big bad, and that possibly a new Primarch would be added to, you know, help fight them, I think, and what I'm hoping actually, is that the next big bad, and what I think is a real possibility, would be the Necrons. And in fact, Imhotep the Stormlord. And there might even be some sort of alliance, or at least non-aggression pact, with the Silent King, as the Silent King pretty much uses the Imperium to fight Imhotep. Because Imhotep and the Silent King, by the way, I just love politics in the Imperium, but I love politics in the Necron Society even more. Because these two have done some skirmishing, yeah, but neither side really wants to go on an all-out war, because both sides have so many Necron Tomb Lords and so many super weapons under their belt that they're almost, yes, they are skirmishing a little bit, but they're almost like in a Cold War, right? So, I personally think that, because, you know, Imhotep wants to exterminate all life and whatnot, that the Imperium, after, you know, pushing back the Tyranids, by the way, that Tyranid planet where they're building that massive, you know, thing, like the Tyranids, they're on a planet, there's one planet the Tyranids are on, and they're pretty much staying there, being supplied biomass by other hive fleets. They're staying there and building something. I think it's possible that maybe Lionel Johnson pulls Lionel Johnson and is able to blow up that planet, and it kind of sends the Tyranid hive mind into shock. Doesn't kill them, but gives them a hard reboot. Kind of like when the Great Rift opened, it gave them a hard reboot, but this one would set them back much further, to where the Tyranids would still be there, yeah, but it'd cripple them much longer. Although, that's just a theory. A Tyranid theory. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm not done. So, you know, similar to the actual Cold War, where, you know, both sides would just empower a country to fight the other side, I believe, and I really wish this would happen, I think it'd be really funny, the Silent King were to pretty much have an armistice for the Imperium, and, you know, pretty much send the Imperium, well, not send the Imperium, but kind of goat the Imperium in attacking Imhotep. This would also make sense because literally Ultramoi is right on the border of, you know, Imhotep's dynasty, and Imhotep has 82 molds. 82 molds doesn't seem like a whole lot, especially given the fact we got 2 Primarchs around. But, I can guarantee you, 1 tomb mold is equal to well over 100 human worlds. And that's 100 good worlds, not some backwater worlds. So, yeah, I do think that there will be almost like a Vietnam-type war. So, yeah, the next, you know, like, chapter of 40K might just be, you know, the Silent King kind of being like America, while the Imperium is like Russia, and Imhotep is like Afghanistan. That'd be really funny. I also just think that'd be a lot of, you know, funny Necron moments, because I just love the Necrons so much. Also, because the Necrons might take the limelight, this could also mean we might get the Flail King. You know, I just want more Necron stuff. Buy more Necron models. A friend of mine actually, you know, bought me a Necron model for Christmas. Anyway, besides that, I really, really wish that the next big bag isn't Chaos. Now, if I had to bet on which route this is going to take, I would probably bet on the Chaos route. But if I could pick which one, I would hope to God it's the Necron route. Although it is entirely possible, again, that all of this stuff, you know, the actual, you know, next big bag, the actual next big bad coming out, that's entirely possible that it will happen in 2026 and not 2025. Although I kind of hope that it comes sooner because, simply put, the Tyonids are a good enemy, but they're also a horrible enemy. So, simply because, you know, it's an organism. It's all one creature. Also, it's pretty much said, spoiler alert for the end of Space Marine 2, that, you know, either there's going to be a big chunky DLC where they're fighting Necrons, or Space Marine 3 is going to be them fighting Necrons. And that would be so dope if... So, Space Marine 2 literally came out during, you know, the 4th Tyrannic War. Like, that's so effing cool that, you know, in the actual, you know, current 40k setting, they're in the 4th Tyrannic War, and we're literally fighting in the 4th Tyrannic War. That'd be so cool if in the chunky DLC, or most likely Space Marine 3, we're fighting in the freaking, you know, Emotech the Stormlord, you know, campaign. That'd be so dope. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my schizophrenic ranting. I hope, by the way, I still do believe that, whenever the, you know, Chaos does become the big bad again, I do believe that's when the Chaos Sisters of Battle will be revealed. Also, I do believe that, you know, obviously, when they're fighting the, you know, the Necrons, that's when the 3rd Primarch will be revealed. I don't think the 3rd Primarch is going to show for the Tyonids, although I might be wrong. I believe the 3rd Primarch will show up either during the, you know, the Tyonids, either during the Necron War, or, you know, the War at Chaos. Although it might be similar to Lionel Johnson, where they show up, you know, independently in a random spot, and then they join the war, how Lionel Johnson's going to, you know, enter the war with the Tyonids. But anyway, besides that, I really, 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 really hope that the next big bad's the Necrons. And I kind of talked myself into thinking the next big bad's the Necrons, because everyone's a bit sick of Chaos. And, you know, I mean, it's pretty, at least, anyway, so I really hope that Necrons are the next big bad. And then after that, I hope it's, you know, back to Chaos, or, you know, a different faction. Make the Leagues of Votann the big bads. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Oh, yeah. But of course, we can't forget what we know's coming out in Season 5. The walking abortion advertisement Fulgrim. I hate Fulgrim, and I refuse to acknowledge him. I refuse to acknowledge that my glorious Lord of Iron isn't getting a model, and that the glorious Iron Warriors aren't getting a models, but these literal pedophiles are getting models. And yes, you do hear the fan in my background. As a sign of disrespect for Fulgrim, I refuse to turn off my fan. Eidolon's kind of cool, though. Anyway, we know they're coming back, and whenever Chaos rears its ugly head and becomes the next big bag, hopefully they can wait. Hopefully they can... And so we know when Chaos wields their ugly head, hopefully they can wait for their turn after the Necrons. Wouldn't it be crazy if Chaos and the Imperium have to team up to stop the Silent King? Like, the Imperium is able to defeat Emotech, but afterwards the Silent King becomes so powerful and he's gonna drown the world, the galaxy in Necron pylons, that Chaos and the Imperium have to team together to stop him. Wouldn't that be funny? Anyway, fuck Fulgrim. All Conrad wanted was a hug. Conrad was so happy that he had a friend, and Fulgrim just had to talk shit. Of course, he had to kill Pharos, who was an interesting Primarch. And, of course, he had to try to stab Godolabo. And, yeah. Bunch of Space Marine sluts. What instead of Space Marines, they're called Freak Marines. Anyway, I hate Fulgrim. Bye. As I was ending this video, I didn't want to end 2024 with hate, so here's an interesting idea. What if the next Primarch to combat isn't a Loyalist, but also isn't a Chaos Primarch? What if somehow Belisarius Carswell is able to take an uncorrupted Primarch body similar to Clone Grim, and, you know, make a Primarch. Like, let's say they were to bring back Conrad Coles, because, you know, there's the idea where he had the soul gem, his soul didn't escape to the warp, it got trapped in an Eldar soul gem. What if it is, you know, Magnus, who's pretty much been, you know, passed around the Grey Knights, because that shard of Magnus was given to a Grey Knight, and then that shard was given to another Grey Knight, and another Grey Knight. So, well, we don't actually know that. We don't know what happened to the shard of Magnus, and my headcanon is that shard is getting passed on, and that's why the Chapter Master of the Grey Knights is so powerful. At least that's my headcanon. Probably not true. Or, of course, it could be Omegon. Or, again, it could be an actual traitor Primarch like Mortarion's, you know, Primarch soul gets, you know, put into a body. Or maybe Lionel Johnson breaks Clone Grim out. I don't know. Maybe. I'm sorry. I promise I'm really, really going to leave after this. I just gotta say, thank all of you. I just want to thank all of you. I can't believe I hit 362 subs. At least that's what I'm at when I'm recording this. It is truly unbelievable. And I started this adventure almost a year ago. And I just can't believe that I am actually here, and I made so many wonderful videos, and I met so many wonderful people on the way. And I just gotta say thank you so much for watching. And this has been my best year for 40K. I've read so many novels. I've just immersed myself in the fandom more than I even thought was possible, and I really hope that 40K isn't going to be how it normally is. It is going to change. Not just the setting, it's going to change permanently. It's not going to be this niche little franchise that only a small amount of people know about. It's getting bigger, and I look at the franchise getting bigger, and I'm happy because it means more projects, it means TV shows, it means more glorious things like the Secret Level episode. But also I'm scared because it's going to get to a wider audience, and I'm scared we're going to get more SSG slop garbage like the Female Custodians. I hate that change, and that change probably wouldn't have happened if 40K stayed niche. And I've always been against, you know, gatekeeping. I've always wanted, you know, more people to get in the franchise, but I see things like Female Custodians, and then it makes me change my views. But I'm still for more people getting in. I want more people to get in the franchise. I'm still not a fan of gatekeeping, but after Female Custodians, I know where the gatekeepers are coming from. I want more people to join, because I feel like 99.9% of people don't actually want any of this SSG crap. And so I really hope that 40K stays where it is in my heart and doesn't change for the wider audience. Because changing it for the wider audience, that just takes all the life and color out of it, and it makes it like everything else. Because 40K is beautiful. It doesn't have to be watered down to meet people. Anyway, bye for real this time, and God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful New Year's.